Best known for her images of rock musicians, Zimbabwe-born photographer Jill Furmanovsky immigrated to London with her brother and parents in 1965. As a teenager, she would hang outside of Abbey Road hoping to catch a glimpse of the Beatles. Her very first shot was of Paul McCartney standing outside of his house. This was shot with a Kodak Instamatic. Jill studied textile and graphic design at the Central St. Martin's College of Art and Design from 1972 to 1974. At the age of 19, the artist took a 2-week photography course and lucked her way into an unpaid position as a photographer for the Rainbow Theatre, London's premier rock venue. Through her first unpaid job, she saw artists such as Pink Floyd and the Sex Pistols rehearsing, and performances from the Temptations to Liza Minnelli. This is how her career as a rock musician began. When asked by 3am magazine, Jill cited that rock photography just has the edge. Fascinated by the greats in all walks of life, she insists that musicians have been her specialty. Quoted as saying, "We all know that there's a human being in there, and I am interested in showing conclusively that underneath the genius there is still that human being, which gives us all the chance to aspire to great things." In her 35-year career, Jill photographed some of the biggest names in rock music, such as Bob Marley, Eric Clapton, the Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin, and Bob Dylan. Upon meeting Dylan, Jill asked to take just one picture. Dylan responded with, "Just one." He turned his head away to avoid eye contact, and I flashed once, Jill recalled following the experience. In 1995, Jill was looking to publish a book that would capture 25 years of her rock photography. The book started with her experiences with the Beatles at the Rainbow Theatre, and she felt it needed to end with an up-and-coming artist. Recommended to her through a friend, Jill went on to photograph for English rock band Oasis, and later toured with them in America. The main reason I chose to present Jill as a photographer is based off her ability to capture musicians in an almost vulnerable state. While many music photographers of this era today simply capture a pretty picture, photographers in the past, like Jill, captured the spirit of a band. In an interview with the Metro, Jill recalled on how music photographers of her era were invited to join bands on tour and given unlimited access, which is almost unheard of today. Today, according to Jill, photographers are lucky enough to shoot 3 songs at a gig because musicians tend to be controlled by massive publicity machines. It is still my hope to be able to document bands like Jill did, which is why the history of artists such as Jill are important. Through the rise of her career, the documentation in the eye of a photographer's lens will forever be brilliant. Jill has gone on to win many awards for her music photography, including the Jane Bowen Observer Portrait Award for her classic Charlie Watts portrait in 1992. While a picture may not be able to tell you the story, what a photographer captures allows for you to somehow be a part of one.